Good morning. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 21st of February 2025. So this is looking at the synoptic yesterday at lunchtime with this low pressure out in the Atlantic just south of Iceland and the frontal systems that came through yesterday which curtailed flying, gave us a fair bit of rain and kind of ruined the day for us. Well, if we run that on to today, that's low pressure's not moved very much. Um, by now, it's somewhere between North Scotland and Iceland, with a secondary low forming to the southwest of Iceland as well. But the main thing is the isobars have all squeezed up over the UK. There's a cold front that's due in about lunchtime today into the sort of West Country and Wales, and that's bringing a fair bit of poor weather with us. We'll probably see the effects of the rain on this front by about maybe 2, 3 in the afternoon. We've run that through midnight tonight into tomorrow. It looks like a much nicer day tomorrow. We should get something out of the day by the looks of it. Satellite picture shows a fair bit of cloud cover associated with that front, and there's very few gaps, if any at all, really, that are going to be anywhere near Lasham. The rain radar's already a band of rain gone through this morning at about 7 o'clock. Um, and that secondary band on the main front is sort of Western Wales into the West Country at the moment. And if we have a look at the rain forecast and just run that through hour by hour, you can see by the time we get to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, here comes that band of rain, which is going to hit the Lasham area. And that's going to be with us for the rest of the afternoon, I fear. So the ODM TAF, they're forecasting 16016 gusting 28, greater than 10K visibility, broken at 600 feet, and then becoming between now and 10 o'clock, few at 600 feet, and temporarily this afternoon between 2 o'clock and 9 o'clock, 7 kilometers visibility in light rain and drizzle, broken at 1600 feet. And later in the afternoon, so between 3 and 5, 2Z0 12 knots with a 40% chance it's in that sort of similar period, broken at 1,000 feet. I'm not going to go on with the rest of that. It's all getting into the evening there. Farnborough are forecasting 1909 knots, greater than 10K visibility, broken at 600 feet, and then becoming between 7 o'clock this morning and about now. 19015 gusting 25, scattered to 1800 feet, and then temporarily up until 8 o'clock this morning, visibility at 3 kilometers in rain and mist, broken at 400 feet. And then temporarily between 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock this afternoon, 19018 gusting 35, which isn't good. Spot winds at 1,000 feet to the northwest, 180 45 knots, to the south, 190 50 knots. And if we have a quick look at windy, it's just east of southerly. And if we just have a look at the wind right now, it's 17 knots. And of course, it'll be gusting maybe 10 knots faster than that. Looking at the local forecast for this area from the Met Office, they're looking at so 17, 16 knots throughout the day, but it's the gusting that's going to be the big issue here. So we're forecasting gusting 30, 31 at the moment, and indeed we've already had a gust of 31 quite recently here, and it's going to stay at that sort of level up until about sort of 3, 4 in the afternoon before it starts to die off. But by that time, the rain's going to be well with us, so that's going to scupper the chances of flying today. GFS, they're forecasting 14 degrees centigrade by lunchtime, with the dew point down at about 10. And currently, wind-wise on the airfield, we've got 12 knots gusting 20, but you can see that there's that recent gust up here at 31 knots. And it's the trend that's the big thing here. And you can see the trend has been increasing since midnight last night, and it's going to continue throughout the day to be at those high levels. The camera on the southern side looking west shows quite a reasonable sky, but the windsock is showing there's strong winds, and of course the rain will be with us just after lunchtime. So it will appear to be quite a nice day if you go by SkySight, but again, it's looking at the winds and it's the gusting down here, 37, 41, 30, 35. It's all way too high to open the hangar doors. And again, looking at top meteo, it looks quite nice for the first couple of hours, but then the rain arrives and it sets in for the afternoon. And of course, when you look at the wind on top meteo as well, it's quite windy. So no TAMs today. I don't see any point in going into no TAMs. We're going to scrub the day, I fear. But what we will do is we'll just have a look at the Odium cross section, and we can see that front arriving here. The upper stuff are about sort of lunchtime, gradually deteriorate throughout the afternoon. But it's the surface winds here we're interested in. Currently 170.6 to 18, gusting 26 to 32. And by about lunchtime, 180.16 to 18, gusting 26 to 32. And that's going to basically prevent us from flying today. There is a strong wind warning out, such like. So I'm not going to worry too much about glider bookings, but the simulator is available as per usual. And indeed, Viv's already been in there this morning making use of it. There is a movement. It was planned for 0900 today. It's been delayed. Some Beach 200 departure. So if you are moving about the airfield, just bear in mind that this may well be happening at any time. I've not got any more details than that yet. So the general situation is there's low pressure between Scotland and Iceland, driving a cold front across the UK. Strong winds with rain later in the day, and it's not good enough for flying, so I'm going to scrub it. So that's it from me today. Thanks very much for listening in. I shall see you around the clubhouse. If you need me, I'll be either in the clubhouse or in the office throughout the day. And take care and stay safe in the weather.